I fly too close to the flame on this stuff. I don't know why I tie my worthiness to being able to go outside and get food, but I do. So when I have a bad weekend like that, it just really crushes me. I tried my ass off. What up, YouTube? It's your man, Beefy Big Guns. We out here! Breathe it in.
He's a fighter.
You're right in the shadow. Come out of the shadow. There you go. Oh, get it out. That's 17. When you work so hard at something like that, and it just doesn't pay off. It's brutal. Right at dusk here. Arctic air pushing out. Slightly warmer air that's going to have a little snow, I guess, moving in. I thought I saw this spinning when I walked up, although it hasn't moved since I got here. I'm going to check it though. There's fish here. I'm in closer here. It's got to be a little northern whites freaking out. That's exactly what it is. Hey, we caught a fish though. That's cool. And I caught nothing edible this weekend. What up, YouTube? It's your man, Beefy Big Guns. We out here! Woo! Breathe it in. That's me and my buddy Shaq back there. Ended up getting a bunch of ice. We're gonna pull an all-nighter, listen to the Packers playoff game. Fishing walleyes, tip-ups, usual. Weather's coming through. I'm excited. I don't know, the wind's finally died down. It's not cold. It's really nice out. Let's hope for it. And we're out here. We're gonna do the overnight camp in the Donnie. Let's go. Which means that I'm left with one white bass. This is spinning so hard that I can't believe there's not a fish here. There is. It wasn't very big at first, and now it's getting bigger. Oh, it's a nice one. It came at me. It's a huge white bass. It's a huge white bass. Unexpected meat pounds. I've never really tried white bass before, so maybe it's good. But for giving it a first try, I'm just going to probably throw a bunch of spice at it, because it seems to be a good way to cover up lousy cooking. But maybe that's a metaphor for this whole show. I have no outdoor credentials. I have no cooking credentials, and yet I have an outdoor table fare cooking show that I'm trying to make. What on earth am I doing? All right. I'm going to try to be excited about this white bass. I know a lot of guys mess with them. I really typically don't. So I was hoping I was going to have this episode in my back pocket for a while, and the fishing would just continue to be good. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's a pipe dream. So what I am excited about for this recipe definitely is that I'm building a We Out Here Nashville hot sauce. I'm a little bit worried about using olive oil as my base. I don't have any heavier oil right now, and I'm not going out to the store. So that's what we're going to try. Let's make some Nashville hot sauce. That's a cup of olive oil going in. Here comes all that cayenne pepper we just made. About 20 cayenne peppers from our garden. Garlic powder. Smoked paprika. Onion powder. Black pepper. Chili powder. Salt. Some brown sugar. I'm gonna let that olive oil get warm with all those spices and just kind of roast them up a little bit or whatever. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm doing on this one at all. But we're trying together. We're trying new stuff. I don't know if it sucks. I'm gonna tell you it sucks. And then you're gonna know not to do it that way. That's part of the show. I'm just out here freaking just some dude trying to figure it out. So I'm going to mix all that stuff into that olive oil and, I don't know, see what it turns into. So I kind of just fried all that a little bit, let it get warm together. And now I'm going to let it cool down and kind of steep out for a while. I took a little dab of the oil off of that spoon. And it was hot and that was dumb. But it's got a really nice flavor to it in terms of the heat. Looks like the brown sugar kind of clumped up on me, so I don't really understand what the point of that was in there. I'm going to let it steep for a couple hours here, and then we'll paint it onto some fish. We're cooking that white bass. It's not something I'm familiar with, so I guess we'll start a new thread here. I know other people that like them. I don't know. We're going to try them. I'm doing double breading on the fish in hopes to get it really crispy. 2 white bass fillets in the flour. We're going to give those a tumble for a minute. Hopefully not explode everything. Don't even shake it off. Into the egg. Alright, back in there. We're going to tumble them things again. Alright, double coated white bass fillet is going in. Deep frying again today. But that's what Nashville hot is. It's deep fried and then you paint on the oil. I'm going to get a sheet pan and I'm going to get a rack set up so I can paint on some of that oil. Alright fam, the fish is still hot out of the fryer. And now I'm going to start painting on this Nashville hot oil with a silicone brush that I got here. It's olive oil based, so I don't know how that's going to work out. So I'm going to be brushing on this Nashville hot sauce now. And I'm going to try to hit both sides. It's just oil. It's just a little bit extra oil. You can see all my home cayenne pepper in there yet. So I'm going to kind of get this on there and let it cook on for just a second. Hit both sides for sure. Try to get the edges. And I might come in for multiple coats too. I don't exactly know how it's going to go yet. This is all an experiment for me. It looks kind of like I would want it to. Maybe not quite as red. I don't know if that's like amount of paprika or having ground cayenne as opposed to this type of cayenne. I don't mean to be sleeping on this white bass. This actually looks really good now that it's out of the fryer. I'm pretty excited to try it if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright y'all, we've gone around the world with this white bass. It's Nashville hotted now. Not as red as I hoped it would be, but the oil's spicy and it's definitely on there. So I'm going to give her hell. Here's a face hit. Look at that oil dripping down. This is surprisingly good. I like the white bass. It's just like firm white fish. It's a little fishier tasting. But I bled it out. I put on some hot sauce. It's good. I see why you'd put pickles with it. That hit of vinegar would be really good. Wow. That's pulling a rabbit out of the hat right there. That Nashville hot sauce, like, because it's oil, it gets in your mouth and it's like, it's freaking everywhere in there. And it's kind of hot. It's not really hot, but it's good. I'm kind of at a loss. I was pretty down and out about my fishing program when I came into this. And this is actually totally freaking legit, and I would do this again. Opened up a new fish for me, white bass. I never would have considered eating white bass myself until this show. I was wrong for that. This is actually totally legit. Ooh, that sauce is hot. Still got that oil. It just kind of got down the wrong tube a little bit there. Nashville hot oil, yes. White bass, yes. Get out there and give them hell. We out here. Catch you on the next one.